So introduce yourself and tell me where you're originally from.
So, my name is Victor Ouvrard. I'm 21 years old and I'm from Saint Germain, Laye, France. It's next to Paris.
When did you move here and why did you choose America?
So, I moved here in August 2010, so I'm a senior now. Uh, I chose America because over high school, so I was a tennis player in France, and I wanted after I graduated from high school to keep playing tennis, but also study. And in France or in Europe, you cannot combine your studies and your sport at a high level. So pretty early, actually, probably around the age of 16, I decided to that I was gonna try to go to America, and then came Reno, and I accepted the offer and the scholarship they offered me, and here I am now.
What are some of the biggest challenges you've faced when you first arrived?
Say it again.
What were some of the biggest challenges you faced when you first arrived?
Well, the main one was probably the language barrier. My English was very poor. I barely passed all the tests to be able to study in America, so English was definitely a struggle. I could not understand my teammates or my coach on court. I could not understand what was going on in class. It was hard to make friends because of the language barrier. Other issues were missing home, obviously. I was quite young, so being away that far away from your family, your friends, your hometown, where I've spent all my life, was a bit challenging, I have to say. I had some moments where I struggled really hard, but as soon as I started to speak better English, I started to feel better where I was, and that's how I coped
How
challenges.
how else did you cope with those challenges?
Well, like I said, really worked hard to speak a better English. So by being serious in class and also socializing, I think it was really a key to my improvement in English when you start speaking to people and when you start talking to people, so you interact with them, you speak English, you listen to them in English, so you start thinking in English, and that really helped me a lot. And I also, for my missing home and families and friends, I overcame that by accepting the fact that I was here for 4 years or more, so there was no point of me being sad and frustrated of being here. I just decided to accept it. Nothing was going to change it anyways. So by accepting it, I really overcame that issue, I think.
Okay. What are some challenges that you still face today and how do you cope with those?
Um, well, sometimes I still miss home because now it's been 3 years and a half. I come back for summers and winters, but not for too long. So it's still challenging. But like I said, I try to not think about it. And other than that, English is I'm fine with it now. It's not an issue anymore. Um, I don't think there's any more challenges I'm facing right now.
Well, you say you still miss home, so what do you miss the most about your home?
My family, my parents, my sister, and my other family, my grandparents, cousins, and everything. We're a really close family, so it's obviously challenging to be away from them, so far away from them all the time. Um, what else do I miss? Home. I miss food, because even though I'm used to American food and I've learned to enjoy it, I don't think I can compare it to my French food. So uh, I definitely miss food. I miss my friends I grew up with that I'm still really close to. I still talk to them often, but not with them, and I feel we might be getting a little distant with each other, which is a little sad.
Okay. What support services have helped you transition into the United States? So, clubs, organizations, friends, family, etc.
Well, I think the main thing was the tennis team. That's why I came here for. Um, I met great people, great teammates that were a lot of support for me. I I think I have a very good relationship with all of them. I consider them my friends, so definitely being with them helped me with the transition. Also, some of them were, because some of them are done and some of them are still with me. Some of them are French or speak French, which was a big help for me when I first got here, because I could still speak my native language, and that was definitely helpful. Other than that, there was a few friends, especially one that I met my freshman year, and that I got really close with, and I actually invited him the following summer in France, and so he really helped me a lot. He probably didn't even realize it, but by just talking to him in English all the time, he taught me a lot of words and sayings, and he introduced me to other people, to other friends that are other people that are now my friends. So that person was really helpful. Also, uh, you helped me tremendously. I got to enjoy I learned how to enjoy uh, the country and myself much more with you, and I thank you for that.
What are some of the things that you like the most about living in the United States?
I like the weather. It's always, no, but it's true. You're laughing, but in France, it's always cloudy, and here I see the sun every day. It's really, I really enjoy it. Other than that, what do I enjoy living here?
You said the people are friendlier.
True. People are friendlier. That's something I've noticed, and that shocks me every time I go back to France. Here, people, they don't necessarily know you, and they'll smile at you. They'll say hello. They're polite. They will always be willing to help. I've I can't count how many times I've struggled with the homework or something, and people have offered to help me. So definitely, people are friendlier here, and that's something I really enjoy.
Okay. Since your family still lives abroad, how do you communicate with them, and how often do you get to communicate with them?
I communicate with my family through Skype. My parents, I try to Skype them once a week, sometimes more, but we really Skype we try to maintain that once a week date with my parents on Skype. I Skype my sister every once in a while too. She's not living at home either, so we try to find some time. I Skype my grandparents, my cousins every once in a while as well. Other than that, emails with my parents. I would say I email my parents more than I Skype them. I Facebook my family too. My parents are not on Skype, but on Facebook. But my cousins and uncles, they're on Facebook, and we chat every other day pretty much. So I try to stay close to them.
Okay, and the last question is, how can people prepare for life in the United States before coming here?
They need to be organized, first thing, because if you come from another country, you usually come alone here, so you have no one really to help you at the beginning, and it's quite a change, I have to say, when you first get here and you're on your own and you don't have mommy and daddy to do this or that. It's definitely something you should prepare for. And other than that, be ready for the culture shock. Because even though our two countries are kind of similar, there's a lot of differences, and sometimes you'll be shocked. But don't try to compare your home country to wherever you're going, if it's America. Don't try to compare things, because you'll just find frustration and find yourself sad. I think that's one of the mistakes I've done in the past, is to judge and compare to my own culture what people were doing here. That's really not necessary at all. So just that's it, I guess.
Do you have anything else to say? No?
No.
Okay, well, thanks.